One of the biggest regret I have out of life is the limited amount of photos I have of my childhood. And I would feel jealous of all these people who don't just have photos, they have literal VCR recordings and tapes. This is me and my mother both studying the same thing, so she can basically teach me the next day. This is me having comp still did not grow to 6 feet. Crazy. It's like we all have this collective weakness towards our childhood, towards these photos and videos from when we were kids. This is me and my parents, I think, at some puja, some occasion that we went out. It's almost like time stretched a little differently back then. The days felt longer, summer vacations were endless, and compare that to now, how the hell is this almost November already? And it's very tempting and natural to romanticize our childhoods, to think that life was once much more beautiful and vibrant just because we were young. We used to be sharper, more aware, simply because there were too many things about the world we did not understand. So, of course, time has not sped up, we just have stopped experiencing it the way we used to. I'll tell you another thing that used to last longer when we were kids. Virat Kohli's innings. What is happening? As kids, almost everything we did, every trip to the market, every time we went to a sleepover, every time we played cricket, it held significant weight. Because the workings of the world was still very new to us, which kept us in this constant state of absorbing and curiosity. But as we have aged, our life has become more patterned. And just like your computer doesn't store duplicate files, our brain also stops recording the same things over and over to be more efficient. So if your everyday looks essentially the same commute, the same places, the same work, it all blends into this blurry mess. But whenever there is something unexpected, a surprise birthday party, a near-death car crash, or a college reunion, they seem to last much longer than they actually did. So what is causing this stretch of time? Yes, cat stretching Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Yojana. आज सुबह उठा and this guy was sitting right outside my room and ये वापस जा नहीं रहा है. This is called the oddball effect, aka the brain devoting more power and energy into documenting something because it does not happen every day and causing it to be stretched in your memory. It's almost like how we use our cameras. When we really care about the details, we shoot at a higher resolution and a higher FPS, but if it's something mundane, we would often just record it at the base resolution and 24 FPS. But then why don't we just record everything at the highest resolution and the highest FPS? It is pretty analogous to the problem we face in our brains, and that is limited amount of memory. Which is why both videographers and our brains need to be very much focused on efficiency to not waste any amount of space on things that are not that special. Now, there's also a clear mathematical reason as to why time seems to be moving faster now. See, when we were 10 years old, a year used to be 10% of our life. At 20, it became 5%. And as we age, each unit of time represents a much smaller percentage of our lived experience, which creates the illusion of acceleration. So I think we understand the problem quite well now. But what you would really want to know is how can we expand time once again? Now, of course, we cannot do anything about the proportional, the mathematical theory, but here are a few things we can do. Combating the problem of predictable and recurring events, try to change the tiniest of details. Maybe try a different route to your office, make some changes to your setup, try a new restaurant, a new agent in game. Honestly, anything counts. And even for things that you do every day, try to be more mindful about it. This is the camera that we've got from a shady website, but I did not want to risk this film roll, so I've got the film roll from Amazon. You can see from the packaging, I am definitely not the first or the second or probably not even the third owner of this camera. Although I'm pretty proficient with these digital cameras, this is something very new. This, in my opinion, is the biggest problem in 2025. We are in this invisible race where we are trying to automate and optimize every single thing about our lives. Even the things that we like to do, we are trying to automate them. I do not know why. Like, we don't need to think to write, we don't need to code to build apps, we don't need a camera to take photos. Beautiful technology, really huge amount of convenience, but through all of this, behind this mask of convenience, we are losing a fleeting set of skills. Like the phone in your pocket right now most likely has more than 10,000 photos in them. And that is the beauty of technology. I can afford to take hundreds of photos in a day, but why does photos like this seem more valuable? The only reason this photo is more special than all the photos I have on here is because photos were not that simple to take back in the day.
This is for your medium shots, and when you want a beautiful wide-angle shot, use this lens.
The advanced camera system records ProRes RAW.
Convenience forces us to not think, to not pay attention, while the other side of it makes everything very, very mindful. Take this film camera, for example. This is a very old film camera. It uses actual film over here. I am very proud to say that this is very much more inconvenient. There is no screen attached to it. You can't adjust brightness. You can't immediately see the photos that you take, and you can only take limited number of photos, because instead of an SD card, these cameras use an actual film reel to take photos. And each of these reels generally cost around 1.5 to 2.5k in India and would only let you take 24 to 36 photos. So I've been carrying this camera for a few weeks now and I'm starting to love it. I would still pull out my iPhone, of course, for shooting anything spontaneously, but I would pull out this camera whenever there is a moment I want to cherish, something that I want to remember, simply because this is not as convenient. And it's the same reason why ordering food is much more convenient, but it can never compete with your homemade food because it's original, it's authentic.
It's good and all, macha, but like, you need to put some masala, bro.
Bro, how does that make any sense? And this magic of efforts and authenticity transcends all medium, and it is especially prominent in art. And for me, that is making videos. I've been creating videos for more than 8 years now, and I place music to be one of the most important ingredients in bringing my stories to life. The whole point of me creating videos is to make people feel the way I felt about something. And these are often feelings that you cannot put into words, and that is why I am forever grateful for today's sponsor, Musicbed. While every other platform is flexing about high quality music, Musicbed actually delivers. Like, you would really love how authentic and homegrown each song feels on Musicbed. It's literally like ordering food and making food at home. As a creator, I love working with music with lyrics that ties in well with the narrative of the video. I haven't seen anyone else talk about this, but the songs with lyrics on Musicbed are so well crafted. Like, it actually bridges the gap, brings people into the story and induces emotions that I exactly want in their mind. So if you're a content creator, an artist looking to breathe life into your creations, into your video productions, do yourself a favor and sign up for the 14-day free trial of Musicbed by clicking the first link in the description. Very honestly speaking, I've been using Musicbed for more than a year right now, and I am so grateful that we get to be working together. It's almost like a dream come true. Coming back to our recipes to slow down time, your mom was right. It is the damn phone. And I also think it is very, very funny that all of our parents are also doom scrolling much more than us right now. How has the tables turned? But coming back to the point, it is a phone problem. I think I read about this last week about going on a walk without your phone, and I tried it. Now, yes, it is very uncomfortable at the start, but once you walk into it, soon you start noticing details around you that you would otherwise miss, or your mind starts to wander into something. You will actually be thinking about something after all these years. And just like me, you can also choose to carry a camera with you. That will force you to look for moments, look for emotions, look how lights move through different things, look for good compositions, and that is honestly my best type of walk that I can make. So I think the bottom line is that we are either living in our tomorrows or our yesterdays. You don't miss being young, you miss being present. As kids, we used to be present, but as time rolled around and we were sold dreams of different things, the constant urge to be somewhere or be someone has constantly increased the distance between your soul and your body. And I think it's completely in our hands to slow time down again. So these days, I make a conscious effort to make chai or coffee and sit with it outside my room. I make a conscious effort to write all of these videos without a single prompt, without a single intervention of AI. And I make conscious efforts to make playlists and listen to them with full focus, not just in the background. And I've honestly seen a lot of reels talking about and complaining about how Diwali or any Tyohar doesn't feel the same anymore. So although this year's Diwali is gone, I hope the things that I said in this video can help you slow down your special moments so that they can forever stay etched in your mind. Thank you.